Hello crafty friends, it's Andrea from Prairie Sky Paper Crafts today with a little bit of a salty craft. I was playing around with some ideas on the weekend and played with some salt because it's been a while since I've had a really good play with the ink. So I'm going to show you how to do this salted background. It does add a little bit of texture to your card and a lot of definition. So I'm going to be using watercolor paper, the Mossy Meadow ink pad, a Stampin' Spritzer filled with water, and some Stella, just for a little bit of something extra and special. Okay, and I'm also going to be using a Wish for Everything stamp set. I wanted to create a Father's Day card with this one. And I've also cut out one of the pieces from the Forever Flourishing die set. And I'm going to be using a paper saver. So I've already cut that out and I'm going to layer my final piece onto that and then decorate it up. Okay, so I'm just going to put all of my extra pieces off to the side for now and bring my watercolor paper in. And super easy. You just need to take your ink pad, take it to your paper and smush. It doesn't matter for this technique if you have perfect coverage or not. Ooh, I actually really like the way that looks. Okay, close up the ink pad because we're done with that now. And I'm just going to take my wink of Stella. And I know that I say don't ever squeeze it because you'll get blobs, but blobs is exactly what I want for this right now. I'm just going to kind of randomly splotch it and then I'm just going to kind of swirl it around. And when it mixes with the water, it'll react as well. Okay, and then of course, if you've used your water brush or anything with a color, you want to move it off to the side and brush it until there is no color left. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of float this around, get the wink of Stella moving around on the paper. Looks like rivers flowing, just really whatever makes your heart happy. And I'm actually going to bring in a piece of paper towel to catch some of the water and spritz. This is such a fun technique, a little bit messy, it's all good. And then just move your paper around just to get things flowing. Now you want to have a good amount of coverage on your paper. And if you don't love the way it looks, you can always trim it before you finish your card. Okay, so I'm just moving it around to get some decent coverage, and I don't want it perfect. So now we're going to grab our salt shaker and just sprinkle all over our card. And you can see as the salt is absorbing the ink, that's changing color as well. I'm just going to add just a smidge more water. Okay, now you can leave this just to dry by itself, but I'm going to bring in my heat gun to speed things up. Now, if you have a paper pumpkin box or something laying around, you can always do that in there as well, so it's a little bit more contained. It doesn't take long at all for it to dry. It'll just take a couple of seconds, and you'll actually be able to see a bit of a change in the reaction as it's drying. And I'm just going to flip it over. I like to dry both sides of the paper when I'm doing it. And if it does start to curl like it is here, all you need to do is flip it back over and then apply heat to the other side and it'll flatten itself back out. All right. That is dry. Now you can leave it the way it is and have the texture, but I'm going to rub off some of the salt. Two things in one, exfoliation and craftiness and fun. Just gently tap it off. I'm actually going to move it off to the side into the garbage can. All right, it wasn't quite dry, a little green, but that's all right. I take my paper towel off to the side as well. Now, don't forget to hit subscribe if you like this video so you're notified every single time a brand new video is posted live. I try to post a video every Monday and every Friday, as well as a Facebook Live every Wednesday on my page, which is Prairie Sky Paper Crafts. Okay, so I am going to trim this up just a little because I'm not loving this edge here. So this is at 5. I'm going to take it down to about 4 3/4. And then I'm going to take this one. I'm going to trim this edge too. I'm going to take it down to 3 3/4. There we go. All right. So then I'm going to bring in my piece of Mossy Meadow. And normally when I do a card, I just do 2 strips of adhesive on either side. But because this is a textured card and I've applied water to it and it's got a little bit of a waffle, I'm actually going to do adhesive all the way around. Oops. Also, if you are in Canada and would like a Stampin' Up! Catalog, please let me know and I would be happy to get one into the mail for you. Just click the link below and that will take you directly to the catalog request page. All right, so there's that done. I'm going to grab a little bit of bling and I had my glue dots right here, but they appear to have gone missing, which is fine. All right, I will just use adhesive. Okay, so here's my piece. I'm actually I'm going to use dimensionals on this one. Oh, and I've got some minis, which is perfect, exactly what I need. I think I will stick with a tone on tone card for this one. I love the mini dimensionals because they're just the right size for projects like this. But if you do find that, actually they do stick up a little bit, so I'm just going to trim them with some scissors. Just to make sure that nothing sticks up that shouldn't be. And you can actually also color the edges of your dimensionals with the color of your project so that they are completely invisible if there's a chance that somebody can see it from the side and you just want it to be invisible. All right, I think that's probably, I've got one more off, so I'll just cut it and stick it somewhere. Do this one here, and we'll do one up here, I think. All right, I'll peel off the dimensional backs. Oops. This is such a fiddly little job, but it's quick. I love the look that dimensionals give. It's just sort of that extra little bit of fluidity in your project. All right. Okay, everybody is off. I'm just going to flip it over. Let's see. It's going to be a horizontal card or a vertical card. I'm not sure yet. am, though, going to trim this piece because it is sticking up and I don't particularly like that. And this one, whoops, as well. All right, that's better. I think I'm going to do it this way. And then bring in my sentiment. The one that I'm going to choose to use is "The real heroes of the world are fathers like you." Some days it's quick and easy. To figure out which is which. Okay. I think it's this one. Well, let's stick it on a stamp block and see. This is just how I roll in my craft room. So, and I think I'm just going to use Memento Black for this one. Nope, this is an Easter greeting. A little bit past that. Ah, there we go. Wrong side. Thank you for bearing with me. It's still early. Haven't had my coffee yet. There we go. Then I'm just going to take it and do it where it's a little bit lighter. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of bling on here. Not too much. I think just 3 up in the corner would be nice. 1, 2, 3. All right, so there we go. Salty background, tone on tone. Let me know what you think of the video, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a great day.